Happy July! Okay, I'm super excited to finally connect as a team, and I'm hoping that just as the call goes on, more and more of us can hop on. But if not, this is recorded, and it's been a while since I've hosted a call, so I'm really excited to bring you guys a training tonight. I do have my tarot deck. So I'm going to do a team reading where like I pull a couple of cards for like the team as a collective. And then I'm going to pull one card for each of you that want a reading and give you guys a message. So I want to get straight into the training here because I do have lots to talk about for it. But I just want to thank you guys for being here because I know that for at least for me, it's like the middle of the day on a Thursday. So for those of you that are out my way, thank you so much. Here we go. Can somebody just let me know if you can see my screen? Maybe give me a thumbs up. Can we see this? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yay, perfect. Okay. So, I actually did this training a while back, and I really don't think anyone was on this training. But if you were, this is a great refresher, anyways. Alyssa and I actually did this training for her team. So it's called Sharing and Storytelling on Social Media. And it's basically the July Love Your Guts team call. So I am going to go over some things as we go through here. So the topics are July promos, the Love Your Journey bonus, storytelling on socials, and consistency and connections. And for July promotions, I'm sure you guys already know, but just so that we're all aware, it is free shipping today and tomorrow, free brand partner memberships until the 15th on 100 PV orders or more with the code WELCOME. And then 2 times the trip points till the end of July. And if you regain your highest rank, you re-earn those trip points. So a really great time to push you guys. You can look at what your trip points are right now. You can go into like, so whatever you're sitting at for trip points, have a look at that, then go to more details, and it'll show you sort of charts of how you can collect the points. And because it's double, you take whatever it says in those boxes and times that by two. And that should give you a better idea of how you could maybe earn Cabo. I know that the deadline for earning convention is done, but if you did earn a gala ticket, I know there's a few people that did but can't make convention. You are very close to earning, why am I saying Orlando? Cabo. So just have a look and see where you guys are at for that because you might be closer than you think, especially when you're considering the double the trip points. And then in Canada, we do have the $200 or more free shipping and the $300 or more free edge grape. Plus, we do have the BOGO Mentabiotics code Menta50. So it's one Mentabiotics. You do have to put two singular Mentabiotics into your cart, and then you put the code Menta50. It can be on subscribe and save. It doesn't need to be a one-time order. And then if you add, let's say, the hair care to that or something, and you can get that cart to over $300, they'll get the free edge. So something to consider as well to get somebody like 2 whole months of Happy Juice at a decent price. You could add in an Energy Plus there, and then it would just give them the free grape. It will give them the half price Mentabiotics, and they're paying like $300. They're saving like $100 on 2 months worth of Happy Juice, right? And then for the US, same deal, $200 or more free shipping, and $300 or more is a free Amare Sunset. So those are the promotions. And you guys, I want to mention with the free shipping, this is a great time to get somebody on a singular product. So literally anything. So I'm sure you guys saw my stories yesterday. I went through and talked about all of my favorite individual products. You can do that. You can post your kind of like your own storefront where they can go and browse. You can talk about sort of how it works, toggling back and forth between Canada and US. And if you want to, you can also put singular product links as well as you're talking about it. But it's just a good way to just up your volume a little bit, get some people's feet in the door as your customer. You know, there's probably some people sitting on the sidelines that can't afford Happy Juice, but would love to try Restore, for example, right? So just making sure that you're showing that we do offer other things and lots of the things have lots of different benefits for people, because you never know who you can help. And I have a July leaderboard here. I'm super excited about this. So, congratulations to Alexis for getting 9 enrollments last month. I'm so, so proud of you. And Megan, you had a rough, rough month last month, and like I could cry. I'm so proud of you. This means so much to your family, and I know it. And it's just so cool to see you have a little bit of a comeback. So, Megan, she didn't really take a step back, but it wasn't your main focus for a little bit there. And before, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but Megan was like our heavy hitter for Focus on Five for months. And then she kind of, things happened in life, but then a massive thing happened in her life. And I swear she's taken that pain and put so much purpose into it. So I know that we kind of all came together for Megan, and it's just so cool to see her voice and her message through the loss of her brother, and having her earn this month or last month was so amazing. So I'm very, very proud of you, Megan. With Alexis too, you guys, she is the true testament of what this can do if you just keep going. Alexis is completely green to this industry, so it's really cool to see somebody who's green to the industry, passionate, consistent, and this is what happens when you do that. And like it was just like one day, it was just like boom, 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 boom with Alexis. So take that and run with it, because that's just like inspiration for anybody who's feeling like, oh, I just keep showing up and nothing's happening. It's coming. Everyone's watching. People who are looking at your stories are interested. You have to believe that some people are ready and waiting, right? So, congratulations, Alexis and Megan and Alyssa and Sammy. This was so cool to see as well, because Sammy actually deactivated her Instagram for about 2 months there. And that was honestly so sad for all of us, because we were all so used to seeing Sammy's face every single day. And then it was just like, where did she go? She was going through some family stuff, and it was really cool to see her come back and just hit her Focus on Five like she never left. So we all love Sammy, and we're really proud of her. And Alyssa, I wanted to shout out Alyssa as well. She again is one of those people who doesn't really have to put too much effort into this business, but when she actually wants something, she goes after it. And she said to me last month, I'm hitting my Focus on Five this month, and she did. So it's always just a decision, you guys. When you actually decide, remember what I said in the chat, like forget about the how. Don't worry about the how it's going to happen. Just worry about that it is going to happen. Don't worry about who you're going to bring on. Just worry about who you're trying to help, right? And so the who and the why far outweighs the how, right? So just keep that in mind. And then I did want to shout out Daniela, because she hit brand builder, and that's her first rank in the company, which gives her 75 reward points, double path to paradise trip points as well. And Daniela is actually under Sammy, so she's one of Sammy's brand partners. So congratulations to Sammy's team, and that's super exciting to see that. I just want to check the chat really quickly here. Yay! I love that. And if you guys have anyone you want to shout out, you can do it in the chat. You can also put a win of your own in the chat that you want me to share on the call here as well. And let's get into a bit of the training. So, oh yeah, I want to go a little bit over the Love Your Journey bonus, you guys, because this is something that um, not many people understand how this works. But basically, if you hit silver, gold, or platinum, and you're maintaining that, you're gonna get a bonus for your Love Your Journey bonus, obviously. And that was a life-changing bonus for me. So I hit silver and gold in the same month. And in that month, or the next 3 months or 4 months, I think it was it 3 months, Chelsey? I forget. I think it was 3 months back then. Yeah, so for 3 months, I maintained that. And then I got on top of my Focus on Five, like $3,000, which was like absolutely insane to me, because I had never earned something like that before through network marketing. And so when you guys are going for these like more leadership ranks, big things come your way. So I want you guys to just like make sure that you are not just worrying about your focus on five, but like from now until the 15th with the free brand partner membership, I'm telling you, it's so much more fun to build a team, you guys. It is so much more fun. You get to be sort of in my seat with somebody that trusted in you, right? And that is so cool to have like a hand in showing them the ropes. Like you, majority of the people on this call, you know what you're doing here, right? So why not share your knowledge with somebody else? Somebody, Megan, for example, she hit her focus on five last month, right? So, like, what makes you think that you can't help somebody else do that? Because you know how to do it, right? So, that's all leadership is. So, don't shy away from just sharing what you already know with somebody who's maybe watching you, asking you questions, and then if you're not talking about the opportunity, people don't know you have an opportunity to offer them, right? So that's how you're going to get people underneath you. That's how you're going to build your volume. And I want to just chat a little bit about volume really quickly so you guys kind of understand. I know we have a couple of newbies on the call. So, where does OV come from? So, you'll see in your back office, you've got your PV, your PCV, and your OV. Overall volume, so this is your personal order, anything you sell, anyone in your downline sells or purchases, even if they've been placed under you and not direct to you. So with Amari, you can actually place people under. So if I bring on a brand partner, I can place that brand partner under, let's say, Lex or Megan or anybody in my downline. And what that's going to do is whatever that brand partner purchases, sells, anything like that, anyone on her team does, that goes into your overall volume, the person that I placed you with, right? And this is also on customer reorders as well. So that's going to be your overall volume. So when we're looking at these ranks, that's where like the overall volume is for silver. So it's all of this stuff combined for 5,000. And then you also do need the two brand builders as well. But that it's super easy to do through placement as well. So if you guys are bringing brand partners on this month, please get in my inbox and I can help you with placement so that I can help you get to silver quicker. And this is how many, so for projected OV, that's how many people in your organization are currently on an active subscription that has yet to come out. So if they cancel their subscribe and save, this number will lower. It also raises with new orders. So you guys can kind of take a look at your projected overall volume right now, and that will tell you how close you are to, let's say, brand builder or bronze, depending on where you're sitting for your overall projected OV. I want you guys to be looking at this and deciding, okay, so if I'm 50 orders away, yes, that sounds like a lot, right? But I'm 50 orders away, and now I'm going to go, and Alexis and I actually did this last month. I'm like, okay, go into your back office, tell me how many people so you can say, especially for somebody who doesn't have team members under them yet, this is a really good way to figure out who else you could help this month. But if you go into your back office and you go to the bottom, hold on a second, where it tells you like your organization number. Alexis, I think, do you want to share, Lex, what it said for yours? I forget. I think it said like 45 maybe or 55.
45 or 55 for what?
Or remember when we were looking at your organization count?
Oh yeah, it was like 45.
Okay, so I said to her, I think she was something like 40 orders away from bronze. And I said to her, "Well, how many people are in your organization total?" And she said 45. And I said, "Okay, so if every single one of those people that you have already helped, already inspired, like this isn't even somebody new, right? You're just looking at the number of people you've already inspired to try the product. What if every single one of them reordered this month? Right? Think about where your volume could be if every single one of those people placed an order through free shipping. Even if that was just like I said earlier, the Restore or the Edge or the Kids Mood, that adds up so, so quickly, you guys. If a lot of people are doing that, it doesn't have to be a 100 PV order for it to impact your volume, okay? So I do want you guys, if you have more questions about how this works, just let me know, but I wanted you guys to kind of have a better idea of how easy it is to build here and grow here because I feel like a lot of people just get stuck in the focus on five mindset, but there's just so many other levels to this that make it so exciting and I want you guys to know that that's where the magic happens is in the OV as well. So getting a little bit into the training here, I want to just kind of do a refresher for a lot of people in here, because storytelling and sharing on socials is what sets you apart, okay? So in a generation where network marketing companies are everywhere to avoid being oversaturated, and I say that with quotations, you need to stand out. So how do you do this? By showing up authentically as you, not what everyone else is doing and sharing about things you love, your life circumstances, hobbies, interests, what you do on a day to day. People will gravitate towards people like them. Okay. So imagine you're a magnet, right? And every person who's following you or even checking out your page, what are they going to be attracted to in your page? Are they going to be attracted to the fact that you drink happy juice? Are they going to be attracted to the fact that, like, I'm going to use Megan as an example, that she is a horse trainer, right? Like she shares that her horses all the time. So do you think that she's going to maybe attract more people that also ride horses or that also own horses, right? She needs to continue to share about her horses because it's a specific type of people who have horses, who, ride them, teach with them, etc., right? So just reminding yourself of you and what makes you you, right? And then so don't ever be afraid to share you outside of Amare. And I feel like a lot of people do this where all they share is Amare. And there's so much more to you. So make sure that you're not just like a walking Amare billboard. Amare is something you offer people. It's not your entire personality. And this is going to help you guys a lot. And then your own personal journey with Happy Juice, why you decided to start drinking it, how it's helped you. This will be different for everyone, but somebody following you probably is experiencing similar things right now. Okay. So thinking about why you started drinking it, how it's helped you, you're speaking to somebody who is feeling exactly how you were feeling before you decided to click that confirm order button, right? And that's why, like, you'll see me talking a lot about my own personal story because I'm hoping to find somebody whose marriage is currently failing, who is so broke that she can't even get food on the table for her kids. Like, I'm speaking to that person because that's who I was before I hit confirm order, right? Standing out again, so people can get info on the products everywhere and anywhere. You have to give them a reason to pick you. So when they invest in a product through you, they're also investing in you and their trust in you. So sharing your own stories with the product makes it personable and relatable. Graphics are fine for extra info, but showing your face and your story will be far more valuable to your audience. So, yes, the graphics are amazing, they're beautiful, but everyone has them, right? So, trying to maybe like take what the graphic says and putting your own face behind it, doing a whitewash overlay, something like that allows people to feel the you that comes through on your page. And the more real and vulnerable you are with your story, the deeper it's going to hit someone else. So I do encourage you guys to get a little bit vulnerable. I know it's uncomfortable, but that's how we grow, right? That's how we find our people. And especially if they see parts of themselves in you, right? So if you have something to offer that could help them, they'll be intrigued and wonder if it's for them as well. How to really storytell. So stories sell products, you guys. The products don't sell the products, the stories do, right? So get specific. Think of a certain time that you maybe felt uncomfortable in your skin or couldn't eat some things, or a time where you had crazy mom guilt or had to leave a store because your kids were driving you crazy. Allow them to visualize themselves in your shoes. So tell the story and how now, thanks to Happy Juice, you're now able to react differently, rewrite those stories, and change those patterns. If you share what everyone else is sharing, it might get you some sales or brand partners, but if you really want to find your people, you want to show up as you and tell your story. You'll inspire so many more people that way. Okay, so I really encourage you guys, like, get on your stories and be like, wow, I took my kids to the store today and I didn't want to rip them out of the store and get in my car and drive away halfway through my shop because they were driving me nuts, right? You guys can talk about this because how relatable is that as moms, right? How many times before Happy Juice had we taken to our kids to the store and instantly regretted it? So it just really helps you. And you saying that, it allows the person who's viewing your story to step inside your shoes and to see themselves. It's like a Me Too moment, right? And then just consistency. Like consistency is everything. And Alexis is a true testament of that, like I said. So show up every day in one way, shape, or form. If you want your page to grow and to keep your viewers engaged in your content, you must show up and have the open signs on in your business. Okay. So it'd be like if two shoe stores were sitting there and, one shoe store always had the close sign up, and then like once in a while they'd put the open sign up, and this other shoe store, it was open every single day from 9 to 5, right? Like who do you think's going to get more customers, right? Of the two shoe stores. Every time you drink your happy juice, share it on your story in some way daily. Because like who's going to believe that you're drinking it every day, right? Or who's going to believe that you need to drink it every day if you're not showing it, right? And a lot of people have told me too, like, thank you for sharing that because I almost forgot to drink mine, right? So reminding yourself that like if you're trying to show people how to show up, that you also need to show up that same way. And then 3 to 5 reels a week minimum, you guys. At least 3 stories per day to start, and one of something you're up to. So like I said before, not an Amare billboard. Like we're sharing our lives. Something you're up to. One about Happy Juice, and one maybe of a client testimonial or a win or literally anything about you specifically. Okay. So I hope I mean, a lot of you are really good at this anyways, but it is nice to just remind yourself of all the things that you should be doing if you want to get to these other levels in your business. Um, gonna just touch a little bit on connections here. So I want you guys to form genuine connections with accounts like you or people who engage with you, like making Insta besties. That's how I know Chelsey, you guys. So, like Chelsey and I have been like besties on Instagram for years, and we were like cheering each other on in different companies. And she actually bought some Beachbody from me at one point. I bought some It Works from her at one point. Like we were just like those homegirls on the internet, and now look where we are. So, this will help your business soar to make these Instagram besties, right? Think about the connection that needed to be built with the person you signed up with, right? In order for you to want to, grow with them. And remind yourself that a connection will always be a way more valuable than a cold message. So build that trust, get to know them, compliment them, stay in consistent contact with them. So when they are ready to invest in themselves, you're the first person they think of, right? Because far too many times, and Jade has said this so many times, if you guys have caught a call with Jade, like you want to be the last person they talk to about Happy Juice. You don't want to be the first person they talk to about Happy Juice because maybe the first time you talk to them, they're not quite there with ready to jump in with it, right? But if you're the last person who talks to them, who do you think they're going to purchase from, right? So just like if somebody's ever shown any kind of interest, you don't need to every single time the sale rolls around be like, "Hey, just wanted to let you know there's a sale again." Just like throughout the month, like comment on their stories, try to talk to them about things like that have completely different relation and just foster those connections. It's going to help so much in the long run for you. And that's the end of this segment here. I hope that that was helpful. I know I flew through that, but I just wanted you guys to get sort of a grasp on some of the more like simple but effective things that can be done to help your business grow. And then I just wanted to see if Chelsey wants to say anything or add anything to that before I do. I'm going to do a card reading right away here.
Hi guys. Surprise. Um, Paige, did you want to do the card reading first, or do you want me to talk first?
You go.
Okay. So, one second. I'm distracted by your screen. Let me move to the meeting. Okay, there. Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm super excited for this month. I feel like this month is going to be amazing. A lot of people have hopped off since, but like June, especially for this team specifically, was so freaking good. Like I was surprised at June because I just had it in my head like, okay, July's coming, conventions coming, new products are coming, like July's gonna be the month. And like June was really great. And Lex, you did amazing. So congratulations. I love seeing your name on our, I think on the whole team's top leaderboard, I'm pretty sure you were like number one or two. I'll have to double check, but I will let you know. But I just wanted to say to you guys, like, we are so lucky to be a part of a company in its beginning stages. And I did a call the other morning with our Australian team. We have a pretty solid Australian team. We have a leader team in Australia. And I was talking to them about vision and I was talking to them about um, like where MRA's been and where we're going. And they come from a legacy company. So they come from Arbonne. Arbonne has been around for 40 years. They're a legacy company. They're established. They have it all figured out. They have the free shipping and they have the free gifts that they can choose and stuff like that. And what we have to realize is there's a benefit and a downside to anything, but there's a benefit and a downside to being a part of a baby company. But the upsides or the pros or the whatever, however you want to look at it, far outweigh the negatives. And the negatives of being a part of a new company or like a baby company would be struggling with product stock, which David Chung has saved that problem from us for us. Another thing would be like just disorganization. Like they haven't been around long enough to see what works. They're still figuring out their optimal team. You know, we've gone through a lot of changes as a company in the last couple of years, especially in the last year with David and Ozma. And they had to like clean house. They had to fix a lot of stuff that was messed up from the previous leadership. And so that is oftentimes what you find in these newer companies is things like that. Just like things need to be cleaned up and just like, you know, teed up. And so when you come from a legacy company that has it all together, and I can relate to this because I come from It Works Global, which is also a legacy company. They've been around since 2001, so almost 25 years. And I come from a company that I mean, when I was there, it was good and they had the financial means and they had all of that stuff. It was also a privately owned company, so we didn't really have to worry about like private equity coming in and doing anything because our CEO owned it completely. But but we still had so many issues. And it was like a 20-year-old company. And we still had so many issues. And I can tell you guys that I come from a legacy company and then I've experienced a baby company. And this is what I was saying to the Aussies the other day. I have never, well, I've only been a part of two companies, so I guess I don't have that much experience. But what I can say is I've been a part of a legacy company where they don't give a crap about you because they're just like, whatever, like we don't need you. And then I've been a part of a baby company that values you, appreciates you, shows you, gives you the time and attention, gives you, um, like hears you. And I can't stress enough that like even before David and Ozma came in, the corporate team always listened to the field. And I do not experience that at It Works. Like 0% was my experience. Like they did not care. If you had suggestions that could really help, they didn't listen. And I remember when we were supposed to launch in Canada. So we launched in Canada last year in July. So it's almost, I mean, it's been a year on the 11th, which is so crazy. It feels like yesterday. But we were supposed to launch in January. And I don't know if you guys were all here at that time, but Paige was, and she remembers how messy it was. It was very messy. The first 3 months, we had website issues and we had shipping issues and we had a ton of issues. And again, that's a part of being a part of a baby company. Again, those negatives definitely are less than the positives of being a part of a baby company because I'm gonna get into it, but I just feel like I could go on and on about this because it's like I've witnessed it myself. But we were supposed to launch in Canada in January, and us, like the Diamonds, were like, no, you're not launching in January. We're not even ready. We don't even have our core products. We don't even have marketing. We don't even have a French translator. Like, we don't have the things we need to launch in Canada. You are not launching in Canada. And can you guys even imagine, like, them listening? Like, it was like a legal thing. They had to launch in Canada, because when you start making a certain amount of money, you have to become a Canadian entity. And so they were like, we have to do this. And we were like, too bad. Like, you guys, you're gonna bury Canada before it even starts if we don't have like our core products and we don't have everything teed up. And they listened. And even though it was a little bit rough, it would have been way worse if we had launched in January and they listened to us. And that was probably my biggest, there have been many, there have been so many moments, but that was probably my biggest eye-opening moment where I was like, wow, this company cares about their field and this company is going to listen to their field and they're going to take our feedback and they're going to listen to us. Like, that is so valuable. So that is one of the things, but I'll share a couple things. I don't want to be yapping for like too long. But you guys probably know my Amari story, so I'm just gonna skip that. But I want to share like the biggest thing is we are about to grow, like massive. Like, we've already been growing, but these next couple of years, I'll never forget too. The Diamonds got to go on this Diamond Reborn summit in New Jersey, not just in April that when I was there, but in November. And it was just diamonds. And they gave us the inside scoop on the products that are coming this month, and we were blown away. So for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally here because I've known about it since November. So I'm like, it's like been a really long time that I've been like, ooh, this is coming. I can't wait to like shout it from the rooftops, but I can't. So I'm so excited for this new product line that's coming. And then they also said that they have our next product launches lined up till 2028. They already know what they're doing for the next 3 years. And I was like, so this was in 2024, November. And I was like, I can't even comprehend 2025, let alone the next 3 years. Like 2028, like they have plans until 2028, guys. They have marketing plans, they have product launch plans, they have product plans, they have like all the things planned for the next 3 years. Sorry, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I wasn't even thinking about those years. I wasn't thinking about them at all. I was only thinking about like the next year. So for me to be like, oh wow, like they have a plan for us for like the next 3 years. We have absolutely no idea. It's going to be so exciting. And 3 years from now, we're going to look back and be like, wow, like this is crazy. And first of all, I can promise you guys that because I spent 8 years in a company. So when I thought it was so great in the beginning, by the end, it was a totally different company vibe, product line. Like, it was just, we evolved so much in 8 years. And so with this new leadership, David and Ozma, I can't imagine how the next year, two, three are going to look. It's very exciting. So what I'm going to leave you guys with, because I really feel like I could go on and on, is that I do just have to remind myself that it won't always be like this. There is a huge benefit to being a part of a brand new company, and it can be hard in the beginning, but later on you will thank yourself for sticking it out through the hard times. And I can really like relate to this in my own like personal life, my marriage. Like, there were times where we were almost over, and now we like I can't even imagine my life any different, and we are like so beyond good, like knock on wood. I'm actually like so superstitious, knock on wood, because we are so good. And I always wished that we would be here, but I thought that it was going to be like so hard. And so now I'm like on the other side and I'm like, with business, like, you might think, oh my gosh, like I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm not getting any likes or nobody's answering me. I'm getting ghosted, like all that kind of stuff where you're just like focused on like all the shit that's going wrong. But then when you're a diamond, you're like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe I even thought about quitting." Like, what? So like that. And I just want to share two more things and then I'll stop yapping. One, you have to beware of the risk of quitting too soon. So, when I first started here, we had two uplines. Their names were Lauren and Alexis. So me and Ainsley came in and we were going to Lauren and Alexis. Those were our like basically direct uplines. And they were the ones who taught us to place. They were the ones that taught us the compensation plan. They were the ones that were answering all our questions in our first like 2 months. And they were great. I really loved Lauren. She was like a manifestation girly like us. I really clicked with her. I really liked her. And she left for a company and she was like, this is the next big thing. She was trying to actually convince me to take a look at it. She's like, this is the next big thing, this and this and this. Spoiler alert, that company's not even around anymore. And so if she had stayed here, if her and Alexis had stayed here, they would have had like almost 2 million in volume under them every single month. But they left for this next great opportunity. And Amare was going under and all this stuff. They were freaking out. And they left and they are missing out on millions in volume and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's actually sad. I would never recover. So that is the risk of quitting too soon. And then also, um, I just think back to my time at It Works where I watched, well, my time at It Works where I watched others talk about the times where I don't know if you guys know It Works, but It Works had body wraps. It was like what we were known for. And there was a time in the beginning of the business, I think in the first 5 or 6 years, maybe the first 10 years, I don't know, where it was 2008 because it was the recession. So 2008 was the really bad recession, and they couldn't get wraps in stock for almost a year. So they had no product for a year basically. And there were pe obviously so many people who left, but then the people who stayed were the ones making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month because they had the whole entire company under them at that point. So I always think back to those moments in hard times where I'm like, wow, yeah, like it's hard, but like, ooh, the risk of like quitting is just too much for me. I can't. So, yeah, I'm really excited about where we're going as a company. I'm really excited for the crazy growth that's about to come. And then, so that's the first thing. The second thing, and then I promise I'm done. 2 more minutes. There's this website called businessforhome.org. It's all one word, businessforhome.org. And it shows you all the companies, how much money they're making, what their momentum rank is, whatever. Okay. Amare is number 12. Thousands and thousands and thousands of companies. Amari's number 12 on the momentum rank. You can see it. You can go to this website. You will see it yourself. There's only two other companies that you guys probably know of that are ahead of us, and that's doTERRA and Bravenly, which I can't even believe. We're gonna blow Bravenly out of the water, I promise. But there's only two companies that I know well that are ahead of us in momentum, and that's doTERRA, which is crazy because doTERRA's been around for a really long time, and I'm not even into essential oils anymore. I used to love them, but I feel like I'm just over that now. So we're number 12. And then another thing, let me use Arbonne as an example because I just feel like everybody knows what Arbonne is. So Arbonne, legacy company. Um, Let me tell you something. Where are they? I'm like, I can't find it. I'm trying to find the company revenue. Okay, there it is. So I don't want to say the wrong numbers. Actually, I have the numbers right here. Forget it. So we are I don't know of any other companies. I haven't done my research thoroughly to like find out, but what I know for sure is we are one of the only companies in the industry that are consistently growing year over year. Like we have We are one of the only companies that have not had a decline. And I don't know how many companies, but I want to say like 5 to 10. Like there's 5 to 10 companies that have had steady growth for 5 years. We are one of them. Now, I want to use Arbonne and I'll use It Works as an example because I've talked to you guys about it. Arbonne is declining. They've been declining since 2021. So in 2020, every company had a big boom because everybody was home and they were looking for opportunities. So in 2020, Arbonne did 847 million in sales. In 2021, they dropped to 800. And then in 2022, 2023, and 2024, they did 700 million, which is a lot for sure, no doubt, but they're declining. It Works. 2019, they did 590 million. 2020, they did 620 million. 2021, 550 million. 2022, 495 million. And for the last 2 years, they've only done 450. Again, massive numbers, still declining though. And think about this for a second. It Works is 20 years old and they're doing 450 million in sales a year. Arbonne is 40 years old and doing 700 million in sales. Amare, in 2019 we did 70 million, in 2020 we did 80 million, in 2021 we did 150 million, so we almost doubled it. Um 2022, 160 million, 2023, 165 million, and last year we did 175 million. So in no time, we're going to be doing 200 million. We're 7 years old. We're already doing almost 200 million a year in sales. And Arbonne and It Works. So It Works, a 20-year-old company, is doing 450. We're almost at two already, and we're 7 years old. And so for me, that is just like so mind blowing. So mind blowing. And I also want you guys to remember that there was a time where Arbonne was doing these numbers. There was a time where It Works was only doing 170 million a year. There was a time where Arbonne was only doing 170 million a year and now they're doing 800, 700. Do you want to be one of those people that are here from the beginning and you have like you're thinking about that money? A lot of those people are on your team. A lot of those people are in your organization because you stayed. So I wanted to share that. I'll stop yapping. Thanks for inviting me, Paige.
Of
And
course.
yeah, you
Thank you
can
so much, Chelsea. I actually wanted to add to that too because as companies decline, where do you think like you get these people to like the fourth level of management with Arbonne, right? So you have a handful. I think there's quite a few people all the way at the top with that company, right? And all of those people are getting what, like $20,000 a month paychecks a month, right? And if they're declining in sales, what do you think that's doing to the company's actual like revenue? Right? Like, because they do have to pay their people for selling their stuff, right? So it's kind of interesting to see the decline, and that's basically what happened with Body. And I use Body as the example because I was with Body, but it was that they had too many people to pay and not enough income coming in for them to actually still be making a profit, right? And so it's something to kind of be like when companies start doing that, like be weary. But the thing that Chelsea's trying to say is that like every single year, year over year, we are like doubling what we did the year before. So that is really cool to see. Rather than declining, we are actually doubling every year, right? So I think that that is just so interesting to think about because just like things are just getting started. Like I can't wait for convention. I cannot wait to see what happens there. And it's gonna be crazy. So um, I do know that there has been, and I don't know if Chelsea wants to touch on this at all, but I have found in the chat lately that there's a lot of eyes on what other people are doing in terms of, you know, where they're going, what they're doing, how they're doing it, right? And I want you guys to know that everyone's journey is specific to them. And it's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with the company usually. It's got nothing to do with that. Somebody's level six of success, like you guys don't see the back side of that, right? Like Chelsea's been in this industry for 10 years, right? It's not like she just woke up one day and she was successful. she put in the time, she put in the effort, she put in the energy to get herself there, that 80% of that nobody saw because she did it on her own in her own time, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, she's a one-star diamond, right? It's like, no, there was there was a lot of this and then a maybe that and then a this and then a that and then a whoop, right? Like it's so not linear for anybody and it's so easy to compare. Like there's been a few things where it's like, oh, so and so looks like they're doing a different company, right? So and so looks like they're something's going on with their business. So, like, and it's like, who cares? Who cares what these people are doing with themselves, right? Who cares? Because, like, at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on in their house. We don't know what's going on with their family. We don't know like, oh, somebody's randomly not showing up anymore. Like, are they okay? We just don't know. Right? So I want you guys to really think about that and remind yourself that you don't run your business for all those people. Like, yeah, they may inspire you while they're doing what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you need to inspire yourself. You need to stay true to your why, your purpose, your mission, and you got to just like keep your blinders on and look forward. Instead of looking at everything going on around you, focus on you and your own business and your team and your uplines. And that's where you're going to find the magic and the success in this. So I wanted to just share that because I feel like it's been kind of trendy in the chat to be like, so, like so and so, so and so. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Right. And so like, cause we don't really know the full story of anyone's life. So we can't, I feel like I try to like divert the attention when that happens because
Mhm.
I don't want to say when I don't know. And it's the same with anything, right? So I don't know if you can also, Chels, chat about that too.
I think what would be really valuable is if you guys also like those of you that are here right now, if you guys kind of tried to deflect those things because it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the team. And like what I love the most, I love your community so much, Paige, and I love your chat, and I just think it's so great. And I love that everybody feels comfortable to share their thoughts. But I think that when it comes to the whole team and like everybody individually, sharing that perspective and just being like, I've got my blinders on, I'm not paying attention to what so and so's doing is really, really powerful. Like just saying that, like, I love that. But um, yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times there have been mass exodus in when I was with It Works. There was, there was like a company every 2 years that like a lot of people would leave. It's just part of business. It's just part of the industry. It just happens. And for us, in my time there, there was a wave that went to Thrive, there was a wave that went to Melaleuca, and there was a wave that went to Modere. And every single time, it's really hard to stay focused when everyone's talking about it. And for me, if I had listened, if I had listened to those people and had listened to that noise, um, I can't imagine like, if I had listened, because the things that they were saying was like, It Works is going under, like this is a sinking ship, like you guys got to jump now or else you're gonna sink, blah, 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 all that type of wording. And if I let that get to me, I would have left a company where I was earning six figures for maybe something that would have done good or maybe not. But I went on to spend like 8 years there until I knew without a shadow of a doubt it was over for me. I could not go on. And that was because my team wasn't making money anymore. That's the only reason I decided, not the only reason, but that was the nail in the coffin was like my team was not making money. I could not stand behind this anymore. I was still making six figures. Um, but I couldn't do it. So, anyways, I've been through this so many times. I've been in super, I'm like, your chat is amazing, but I've been in like toxic chats in my previous company where people would be like talking all the time and like it would just get in your head. It inevitably gets in your head. And also, people go look, even if they're not interested, they go look. And it's just a distraction. It's just like a distraction. It just takes you further and further from your goal. So, yeah, it's silly. It's like people, there's always going to be a wave of this is might be the first time you're experiencing it. It won't be the last. There will be people leaving for other companies. There will be people leaving. There will be really loud people, and then there'll be people who do it quietly with integrity. Um, I definitely respect that a lot. But yeah, I think like when you know where you are and when you know who you are and what you stand for and where you're going and like what you're doing, what your mission is, I don't think anything else matters. So I'm super excited. I feel like a lot of people are gonna regret leaving, but it's fine. And yeah, we're about to hit massive momentum. We've already been in momentum, but we're about to hit it even bigger. And I'm so excited for you guys to see what's coming. I have to get my dessert out of the oven, so I have to go. But thank you guys for having me. And I'd love to do another one soon. So just let me know.
Thank you,
But yeah,
Charles. We love you.
love you guys. And yeah, don't worry, you will not be disappointed. There's so much coming. Not even just at convention. We have a new flavor of Happy Juice coming that you guys are gonna literally shit your pants over. I'm so excited. And then the new products are amazing. And then in quarter 4, we have more products coming. So we're just like things are exciting. The rest of this year is going to be amazing, and I'm so pumped. So I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks,
Bye.
Charles. Have a good night. We're still gonna stay on, guys. Just so you know. I asked Chelsey to just hop on because I knew that she's kind of the mindset queen when it feels like things it just felt like that was sort of a trend. So I went to her and I was like, and what Crystal just said, it's like this is a company I couldn't imagine ever leaving. And it's so true. And I think that's why when somebody has seen somebody move on, they're like, wait, what? Why? Right? Like I think it doesn't come from a negative place when somebody says that. I think they're genuinely like, how could they leave? Why would they leave? Right? And so I think that that more is how it comes across for them. I feel like the more we focus on people who are leaving, it gives you doubt, right? Like, well, what's better out there? Why would they leave for if there wasn't something better, right? So, at the end of the day, what Chelsey said is like, even if you guys want to go ghost mode on your business at one point, never quit that business. I am telling you, you never know if you're gonna sign on a brand partner who signs on a brand partner who signs on a presidential diamond. You're just never gonna know. And I want you guys to always keep that in mind that if there's ever a point where you need to kind of like, roll it back a little bit and not show up because there's something going on in your life, just know that you can always keep your business account. You do not have to get rid of it just because you're not active in it, right? And I would hate for that to happen to you, like it happened to that woman who walked away for a company that crashed and burned, and now she's missing out on 1 million of volume like 3 years. Like Ainsley's only been doing this for 3 years, and she brings in over 1 million in volume with our team, right? So imagine walking away from that and not realizing at the time, but then later on realizing, right? So, yeah, I want you guys to all know that that is a very real possibility. So yeah, just keep your eyes on the prize. Like we know what we're here for. We know how it's helped us. And I truly believe that it can help so many more people who are watching you right now, right? So never give up on that dream. And even with Amanda, I'm so glad you hopped on today, Amanda. Amanda I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram. I think it's like Amanda Panda. Is that how you say it? Or Amanda R Panda? RS Panda? Anyway, she's one of my brand partners, and she pops on here and there and she talks about the happy juice, and it's really helped her. She really loves it, and I love that she's stuck with it. But I hope today's training, Amanda, helped you a little bit with sort of ways that you can grow with this, because I do see so much potential in you, and I think that it would be really, really cool if you just stepped in a little bit more, and leaned into the business a little bit more, because like I said, you guys were all loaded with unlimited potential, right? So like the more, even with Crystal, how she claimed that for her for the month is like, I'm claiming this. And like I said earlier in the call, forget about the how. Forget about the how it's happening, right? Doesn't matter how it's happening, but it is. But unless you say that that's your goal and you don't like the moment you put doubt on the goal, so like here's sort of like how goal setting works. Like I'm gonna try to hit focus on 5 versus I'm hitting my focus on 5. Like think about how different that sounds, even just like when you say it. So imagine how that sounds to yourself when you hear it back, right? It's like you're already doubting yourself for something that you haven't even tried to get yet, right? So you're like almost deflecting it in a way instead of attracting it. So if you wake up every single morning from now until the end of the month saying, I am going to hit my focus on 5, I'm hitting my focus on 5, like if you put that in your head, your brain will act like a Google search. Your brain is smart and it'll tell you little things that you can be doing every single day that will compound into your focus on 5. So, like all of a sudden you'll start being like, oh, I never reached out to Tracy, or I never reached out. Wait, I wonder how so and so's doing with their products. And, like keeping that going is really going to help you. Okay. I am going to do the reading really quick. I know we're just over the hour mark, so there's only 3 of you guys on. So I'm going to do a collective reading. So I'm going to pull like 3 cards for the collective team energy, and then I'm going to clear the reading, and then I'm going to do an individual card pull specific to each of you, if that's cool. Yeah? You ready? So I have a little bit of I'm very I'm very spiritual when I'm like in the spiritual seat. So enjoy my little card reading. This is what I do when I'm by myself too, right? So I give my cards like a little knock. So I'm like knocking the energy into it. And then I do like on the other side, I'll say, okay, I'm calling on my guides and my angels to deliver me messages for this moment with my team. I'm looking at the collective energy of my team, and I want to read the energy on the team for the month of July and any messages that may be helpful to us, anything for us to keep in mind. Oh, that one just popped right out, so I'm just going to put that one down. And oh, these cards literally jump. Oh, that's so crazy. Okay. That's funny because I pulled that card yesterday for myself. And anything my team might want to just focus on or think about, any kind of insight at all, any messages that they could be helpful or helped with. There we go. Okay. So, oh my goodness, you guys. So, Seven of Pentacles was the first card. I don't know if you guys can see that. So pretty. Pentacles usually means money, so we love that. 7. Oh, that's swords. Pentacles. Why am I not seeing pentacles? Oh, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, ready? Upright keywords of the 7 of Pentacles is harvest. And isn't that so funny? Because I always say that, like, you're in the seed planting season and then you're gonna harvest, right? Harvest, rewards, results, growth, progress, perseverance, my goodness, patience, and planning. The Seven of Pentacles represents a long-term vision, sustainability, and assessment. This card indicates that the asker has been cultivating their goals through hard work and determination. I love this. Upright love meaning. So putting work into love, friendship turns into romance. And then upright career meaning, progressing to goals and evaluating progress. And upright finances meaning, putting in effort to finances, slow and steady investment. So it's basically saying that you're like slowly but surely getting there and achieving the fruits of your labor, harvesting them, right? Through growth, through expansion. So the Seven of Pentacles is an invitation to project a long-term vision. Funny that we were just talking about that. Remember, the best rewards come from sustained effort over time as opposed to quick wins. The asker may feel that not enough progress has been made. So I want you guys to just take that with you because if you guys, and do this on your own time, you don't need to do it on the call, but if you guys can think about everything, and I actually did this on a call once with some people, but and we all like came off and shared something, but I want you guys to sit down and think about your Amare journey and everything that you have created through Amare, all of the customers, like even when I was talking about, I think you weren't there for that, Crystal, when I was talking about the organization count. Um, but go in and look at your organization count and think about that. Be like, wow, okay, so that means I've helped that many people start the products. And even if it's under five or even if it's zero, right? Like for Amanda, she's just getting her feet wet with this opportunity, right? So some of her little wins can be that she showed up on her stories, right? That she talked about the products, that she shared her hair results with the rootist, that, like think about the actual journey itself and just write it down. And I'm telling you, lots will come to mind when you really think about like the effort you actually have put in. And like they said in this card, like it's all sustained over time instead of a quick win. You are building a foundation of this vision that you have, and it's not going to happen overnight, you know? So just keep yourself going. And I think that that was just such a great card for us to pull after everything we just talked about. And then we do Five of Swords. Oh, here we go. Five. So the upright keywords are, oh, this is crazy. Upright keywords are arguments, disputes, aggression, bullying, intimidation, conflict, hostility, stress. The Five of Swords can represent conflict, a feeling of loss, or procrastination. You will need to suppress your pride and accept some restrictions. Only then will you be able to continue with your plans. So it says upright career meaning workplace bully, intimidation, defensive attitudes, and hostility. And the upright finances meaning conflicts about money being taken advantage of. And the actual meaning itself is aggressive. Actions will also not help you achieve that desired result. Perhaps you listen to the opinions of too many people instead of drawing your own conclusions. You need to be wise enough to accept all that you cannot change. Okay, so I was confused there for a second, but it actually makes sense from what we were just talking about. Okay? Like, it's, I don't think it was saying that like there's bullies on the team. I think it's just saying that if you're talking about other people, whether you like it or not, you are like kind of gossiping and like it steers you away, right? I was listening to a podcast yesterday. And it was saying, anything that takes me away from my gratitude is a distraction. And she said it 3 times. Anything that takes me away from my gratitude is a distraction. Anything that takes me away from my gratitude is a distraction. And when she said it that way, it's like, whoa. It's like, okay, think of everything you're grateful for right now, right? If anything on that list is if there's anything that's not on that list that's in your mind right now, it's a distraction. Okay. So focus on the gratitude, focus on the things that you actually do enjoy about your life, and don't worry about anything else. And I think that that's kind of what this card's talking about because it does say that aggressive actions will not help you achieve, right? So making sure that, like, you know that that's feeding into all of that and like being a part of that and everything, it won't actually help you succeed. It just because so and so went about their business in a different way or went and did that or whatever, how does that at any point add or take away from your success? It doesn't, right? So just making sure that we're thinking about that as a team. And this is recorded, so we will share that for those who missed this. But the last one is Queen of Pentacles, which I love. So I think that one was just like a little message and reminder more than anything. To just like stay eyes on the prize, you know what I mean? Eyes on the prize. And I think this part will just wrap up that whole thing for you guys. Knight of Pentacles. There we go. Here we go. Generous, caring, nurturing, homebody, good business sense, practical, comforting, welcoming, sensible, and luxurious. The Queen of Pentacles represents success in business and financial affairs. A sensible, practical approach leads to steady progress. This is a card of material abundance and sensual pleasures. The upright career meaning is talented business person, which means all of us, mentor, and colleague, which, wow, could that have been any more accurate for us? And then upright, hi, Caleb. You're not wearing a shirt, hey? Upright finances meaning is financial security, responsible with finances, and good deals. And finally, the Queen of Pentacles also symbolizes independence and success after a long period of effort. Isn't that so weird that it's kind of like mirroring the other card? The Oscar's challenging uphill journey is reaching completion. It's reaching completion, you guys. So just like a whole, because this is for like the whole team, not just everyone on this call, but this is for the whole team. That big things are coming. Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, do you guys see that? 444.
Can I see?
Right as I said that, it's 444, which is an angel number. I'm so ridiculous, but like, how weird is that? That I just finished that reading and then 444 came up on the phone. So I do think that that means that because as a team, we did like ridiculously well last year. Like it was actually kind of like how is this happening? Like I'd have to pinch myself t sometimes. And last June, I think it was last June or maybe it was last May, we had like 168 new enrollments on the team in 1 month. And okay, excuse me, I'm on a call. Why are you being a weirdo? Sorry. I had like 100. Can you please? Can I have those, please?
Oh, I'm using them.
Okay, well, don't use them in my face, please, then. Um, Off you go. Love you. Bye. Um, but we had like 18 rank advancements in that month. We had, I think it was like 15 or 16 focus on five earners. Like it was like insanity. And so that was just a year ago. And things continue to stay like this for a while. And then so the beginning of my journey, it was like this. And then it kind of went like this for a bit. And then now it's going like this. And now it's going up like this again. So I want you guys to like take into consideration, right? That it can look like that. It can look like, oh my gosh, everything's happening so well. I'm so excited. This is so great. And then it's like, okay, things have kind of settled a little bit, but we're still maintaining. And then it's like, oh, wait, my volume's dropping. What's going on? Right. And this is going to happen in these kind of businesses because unfortunately, out of those 18 rank advancements, unfortunately, only four people out of those 18 rank advancements are still doing this. And it's not because of anything I did. It's not because of anything Amari did. It's because they lost touch with their vision. So they had already exceeded something. They've already rank advanced. They've already gotten themselves somewhere, but they stopped focusing on the vision. They got distracted, and like out of nowhere, it's just like, oh, well, I'd rather just do other things. Right? And that's fine. Like no hard feelings, but just imagine what would have happened if those 18 people continued, right? And never stopped where they could be in their businesses, right? So just know that like the people who are in this for the long haul, it will pay off. Like that's kind of what I was getting at here. So I'm gonna close that reading, and I always do close my readings. Like I close the reading Thank you very much for the messages. And then I'm going to read a card for each of you to kind of more like personalize it to you. So I'm going to start with Crystal because I can see her face. I'm reading her energy right now. So I'm opening the readings back up for Crystal Gray, and I'm calling in my guides and angels for messages for Crystal. And anything that pops out for Crystal, anything that we can maybe have Crystal be thinking about, a message for Crystal, anything at all. And I'm just going to keep shuffling because I'm only doing one card. And as soon as one pops out, it's yours. Ooh, you got the moon. So that's a great Arcana card, which is very powerful. And let's see. And again, like you can take this and relate it to the reading you just had, or you can put it into something else that's going on in your life. It doesn't have to be specific to business. It might relate better to something else. But let's see what the moon has to say. Okay, ready? Releasing fear, unveiling secrets, subsiding anxiety, regaining composure. Self-deception, blocked intuition. You must deal with your anxieties and fears by overcoming them, for they are like shadows in the dark. The moon card advises you not to make any important decision until the period of uncertainty is over. Reversed love meaning is deception, fear, and paranoia regarding love. Interesting. Reversed career meaning, clarity at work, sabotage, deception, and trickery at workplace. Interesting because you're on mat leave. Clarity about finances. So it's just saying clarity about finances. Soon you will be able to see everything clearly in daylight. Along the way, you may have to face your inner demons. What used to be difficult to understand is now becoming clear. So I don't know if that resonates with you at all. I think there's a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on a second. I think I read the wrong page. Yeah, I think I read the wrong page. Because I think it was upright. Like I think it came out upright, right? And I read the reversed side. So there's like the reversed and then there's the upright. Sorry, Crystal. You're probably like, what's going on? Okay, I hope that this is more insightful for you. So the moon upright. Illusion, intuition, uncertainty, confusion, complexity, secrets, and unconsciousness. Unconscious? Traditionally, the moon card warns of deceit, lies, dishonesty, embarrassment, danger, self-deception, and lunar fantasies. Often what we find appealing in the moonlight turns out to be completely different during the day. It could mean like, because are you up with baby at night? Like, I wonder if that has something to do with it. That like it's a different phase in your life and there's like confusion and complexity to like this whole new, chapter of your life. I don't know. But it's saying love meaning, complicated romance, and uncertainty about love or relationship. Career meaning, uncertainty around career path, confusion at job, or lack of information. And finances, unclear around financial decisions, lacking financial knowledge. I mean, I feel like they're both kind of annoying. Like, I'm like, what the heck? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're both, I was like, oh, this sounds better. And I'm like, they kind of are, like, you can see how they reflect each other almost, right? Um, but you need to be aware of the situations that are causing fear and anxiety in your mind, whether it's in the present or the future. The moon card alerts you not to allow inner disturbances and self-deception to get the best of you. So I don't know if you want to like unmute and tell me what you think that might be relating to, or if you think it might be about like motherhood and maybe being on maternity leave and like just feeling,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like just all new. It's all new and like new to be off and new to be kind of focusing on being a mom. So that could
Yeah.
probably be it.
Yeah, first time momhood is a wild ride. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
Becky and Lex can tell you too because they just went through like the first year for their kids. But um
Yeah.
I do think that you learn so much about yourself,
Mhm.
things that you had no
Yeah.
idea. And every day is a new journey. It truly is.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see. And like of course there's transformation that comes from that and that the moon is a transformational thing, right? So like, there's the crescent moon, there's the new moon, there's the full moon,
Mhm. Yeah.
waxing moon, like there's just different phases of the moon. And so I'm sure you're just in different phases of life too. So that's kind of
Yeah.
a good way to look at it too. I love the moon. So I'm
Aw.
excited when I saw that you got the moon.
Yeah.
I'm a big moon girly,
Aw.
but that is your card. And I hope that that message
Thank you.
somewhat gives you a little bit of guidance and clarity.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. That and the team one too.
yes, that was a really good team reading. I'm
That
like
was a good
super
one.
excited now for this.
That was good.
Um, I'm gonna close the reading for Crystal Gray now, and I'm gonna now Lex because I'm looking at you now. So Alexis Rodriguez, we are opening a reading for Alexis Rodriguez, and I am asking my angels or her angels and her guides if there's any messages that could be helpful for her to please pop on out. I'm just gonna again pull just one card for her. So anything that you think she needs to hear the most right now to help her on her journey this month in any way, shape, or form, any facet. Okay. Here you go, Lex. The Empress sitting on her throne. Okay, let's see. Because that one is also a major arcana, which is amazing. Okay, so divine feminine, sensuality, fertility, nurturing, creativity, beauty, abundance, nature. The Empress shows us deeply how deeply we are embedded in our femininity. Femininity can be associated with fertility, expression, creativity, and nurturing, among many other aspects. Upright love meaning nurturing, supportive lover, sensual, committed relationship. Upright career meaning nurturing colleagues, freshening up the office, and creative period at work. And upright finances meaning material comfort, giving, sharing material wealth, and generosity. The Empress card could also mean the birth of a new idea, business, or project in your life. Owing in the good fortune that surrounds this card, you can be sure that such situations and projects would end successfully in your life. Sorry. I love that card. That's an amazing card that has such a like divine energy to it. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like that's so like the path that you're on right now. Like I feel like you're very like cracked wide open to like receiving right now and allowing yourself to receive because you're tapped into that like feminine but like boss energy. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that resonates for you as well, but that's the first thing I thought of is just that like yeah, that like completion feeling of, and it's never complete, but like just feeling like, okay, like it is actually, things are actually doing as they say they're going to do. And I'm feeling like I'm actually getting to where I want to be. And it's slowly but surely doing this, right? And everyone's, like I said, everyone's path is different. And in my first network marketing company, it took me 9 months to hit my first rank, right? So, and I showed up every single dang day as well. So I just like, I want everyone to know that it's one of those things where like you do have to put in the work to get there, especially when you're green, and you did. You put in that work and look at you now, girl. Top enroller of the month. So I think that that was like actually a very fire card for you, for sure. Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, that's insane. I was actually gonna ask you if you can send me it,
Yeah, of course.
the reading that you just read to me. That way I can look at it. I literally am like a dissector, and I'm like, wait, let me dissect this sentence.
Yes, I
But
love
yeah, that's crazy. I love that.
the
Thank you so much
fertility
for reading.
thing. Fertility thing. Um,
Dude, it's because like Israel's like been bothering me, and like I was just like, give me at least a year and then we'll talk about it. And yeah, now that we've just been talking about it more, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know yet. But that'd be wild. I don't know. I'm just like, oh God. This is not happening this month because I'm on my period. So
yes,
we're good.
but
But
that doesn't
you
mean
never
that
know.
it's not on its way. I need to make sure
Yeah.
to get my laptop charger. I wonder if Alan will bring it to me. I think it's in the Alan's being such good hubby right now. Hanging with the kids so I can do this.
Yeah. Israel too. He's changing Noah's diaper.
I love
Thank God.
that. I love it. Hey, can you please bring me my laptop charger? My laptop's gonna die and I'm just on my call here. It should be plugged into the wall in there, I believe. Okay, bye. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't die while I'm waiting for this because I want to keep moving here. Who wants to go next? Or and I'm gonna close this reading for Lex. Thank you to her guides and angels for helping deliver that message to her. I need to either see or hear a voice if you want a reading. Thank you.
I'm here if you want to do mine.
Perfect. Yay, I love that. Okay, let's do yours. I'm just gonna plug in my laptop here. We'll give Amanda a read. See what it's got to say. Oh. Okay. Thank you guys for your patience on this. What is your last name, Amanda? I'm forgetting right now.
Oh, it's Circe.
Seriously, thank you. Okay. I knew it started with an S, but I didn't want to flub it up and call on someone
That's
else's
good.
guides, you know? Okay. I'm opening this reading for Amanda Circe. Gonna read her energy a little bit right now. And I'm asking for guidance from Amanda's guides and angels and anything that would come as a positive message to her or anything she needs to hear. Would love to just give her a message. What do we got here? Ace of Pentacles. Let's see.
Hmm.
It's like holding a coin. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Let's see here. Here we go. Pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. There we go. Here you go. New opportunities, resources, abundance, prosperity, security, stability, and manifestation. Can you close that? Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles represents abundance, financial prosperity, and manifestation. This card tells the asker to take initiative and act on new projects, businesses, or initiatives aligned with their values. Wowee.
Wow.
Do you love that or what?
Perfect.
Upright love meaning steady, loving relationship, abundance and prosperity in love, and privileged couple. Upright career meaning new work or business opportunities. Upright in finances, meaning investing in your future, new financial journey. Hmm. The Ace of Pentacles can also indicate the beginning stages of a relationship or a collaboration with a person or with many people who may subsequently open the door to future financial prosperity for you.
Wow, I like
Like me.
that. Like that came in a perfect timing. Like I'm already starting being in my first team chat here.
Yeah, that's crazy that you got that one. I think it's in my car. Okay. Oh my gosh, I loved that. That was amazing. Wow. Okay, I hope that you can like take that with you. And I think that was like I think that was like a clear message that like you're on the right
Okay.
path and you're holding the gold. Like you're
Yes, I
literally
just need
holding
to do
gold.
more. Get
Yeah.
more involved.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll chat about just getting you into like you'll have to tell me what you because I know you work. So you'll have to
Yeah.
tell me what your work schedule's like. Do you have like set schedule or is it kind of like rotating or how does it work?
Oh goodness, it varies every week to week.
Okay, well I can kind of give you sort of like a call schedule. Like if you want to hop on our Tuesday team calls, it's with our up line. Like she's really great. And they are you in PST or MST? Are you
Uh,
Pacific or
the
Mountain?
same as you.
Okay. So they are at like 10 a.m. on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So if that's
Usually I'm at work,
um,
but
you're usually at work?
yeah.
Okay. Well, if you could plug into it somehow, like even with like an earbud,
Yeah, right, exactly.
'cause you work a desk job, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And they're all
The
recorded as
hospital.
well. So if it's easier for you to just watch the recording when you're home for the night, then you can do that as well. But I'll get you into the pages that have the recordings on them. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I love that. Thank you.
You're so welcome, but I'm really excited about you. Like, I just feel like every time you do hop on and talk about it, I'm like, this girl is so good at this. Like, I love the way you speak. It's very eloquent, and I just feel like you're on the verge of getting a win here. So just keep going with it, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it
Great.
so much. Okay, we're gonna close out Amanda's reading, and we're going on to Becky. So thank you, Amanda's guides, for the message. That was amazing. I feel like she needed that. Okay, so I'm just Alan and Caleb are in here, so they were distracting me. Okay, thank you. All right, just gonna take a deep breath here. And I'm reading Becky's energy right now. Hi, Becky. Okay, I'm opening up a reading for Becky Studley, Rebecca Studley, formally. And I would like to ask her guides questions on anything she may need guidance on right now, anything she might need a message for or from. And I'm sure there's plenty of angels in the form of animals and humans that could maybe give her a message or two. And I feel like I need to pull two cards for Becky, and I don't mean to be favoritist, but I'm getting this vibe that she needs two different messages. So whatever two cards are going to come out will be Becky's messages. And I think it's also because you weren't here for the team reading, right? Okay, so I think that's why you need an extra message. Um, but I'm just getting this feeling that there's messages for you. Oh, that's two cards. I don't usually pull two cards unless I absolutely feel like they're necessary. Like if two like fly out of the deck, I'm like, okay. But if two are just like popping out, I'm like, let's shuffle till something flies, you know? Stubborn message right now. This happens sometimes where I feel like I'm just shuffling forever. Oh, see, that's like four cards that just popped out. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, that's so this one is reversed, just so you know. But it's the death card, reversed. That was the first one. And the Eight of Swords. And look at that image. Eight of Swords. But that one was upright. So we'll start with the death card reversed. So you got a major arcana and then a other one. Devil, Temperance. I'm actually gonna stop the I just really realized that I'm still recording. How do I stop that? You're welcome, everyone who's still watching.